Hi, I'm Lily, and this is Taya, and we are doing a gin greenhouse.
Well, why? Well, we believe a greenhouse in our school will benefit all. It will teach all generations about how important plants are for our planet. We also plan to grow organic foods. Once the food planted in the greenhouse grows, we plan to donate it to the cafeteria. This would be an excellent way of giving back. We'd also like to donate it to those in need.
This is a picture of our greenhouse, and actually, this greenhouse was donated to us by a senior, Francisco, and he did it for his 12th grade extended essay. And he told us that when he was finished with it, we could use it, and we are very thankful for that. We actually could not have done this without him, and it was a very generous donation for him, so thank you very much to Francisco. And this greenhouse will be available to all Lincoln students, all staff members. It will be from K to 12, and everyone can use it. We'll have sign-up sheets, so it's not too much of a hustle, so not too many people are there at the same time, but it's for everyone's use.
Well, how? Well, we are planning on getting volunteers, donations, and recycled equipment. To help with this project, we will have teachers' assistants and help from the gardeners. We believe this will be a huge pro for our school. This is another picture of the greenhouse.
The greenhouse is on the soccer field, which is right in front of the middle school. It's open to everyone. It's really easy to get there.
When? Well, our set goal is to have it open and ready for use in 2015.
Well, the carbon footprint team, they are presenting Sunday, yes, and they have been going around with surveys and everything. And what they're doing is they're calculating like the gin footprint, the gin carbon footprint, and our greenhouse will actually bring down the carbon footprint of our school because it takes in carbon dioxide and it lets out oxygen.
Pollination. Well, one interesting fact is one bee colony can visit up to 300 million flowers a day. But sadly, pollinators die by the millions every day. But we need them to keep plants alive. So one garden at a time, we can help them pollinate more and stay alive. And some good plants that could do this, and organic foods and stuff, are tomatoes, which are self-pollinating plants, and sunflowers, which encourage insects to visit our garden.
Well, we've had inspirations from other gardens. I actually have had experience in this. When I was in 5th grade in Costa Rica, my whole grade, we came together and we made a garden together. And it was an amazing experience to have. We had groups of like a part of a garden, and 4 people could have their little part and their little garden. And it was really amazing because also I got to present in the gin conference in Costa Rica, which was a lot of fun. I was the youngest person there with a few other people, and it was an amazing experience to have. And also, actually, Michelle Obama, the First Lady in the United States, she has a greenhouse in the White House in the South Lawn, and she's doing it for community gardening to promote healthy eating, and it's also a big inspiration. It's really cool.
And some indigenous or native plants we'd like to add into the greenhouse is the ceibo, which is the national plant of Argentina, and its scientific name is Erythrina cristagale. And another one that's another flower that we really like and it's native is the Argentine trumpet vine, and its scientific name is Clistoma calistegios.
And so let's start planting. We actually have a activity that we can do together, and we have 7 pots, and this is so you guys can help us with our greenhouse. And we have 7 pots, and you each, like as groups though, get to plant together. We have 3 seeds per pot, and we have Sharpies if you want to decorate them or write your name on them. So yeah. Sorry, do you need
Okay, so it's groups of 3, you each get one. It's garden beans.
After lunch.
Okay, so guys can start putting it down. And when you're done, I have water.
Okay, so I put it wow.
So you guys never started. No, you can go more inside. I have water for when you're done putting the seeds. I have water to like start the.
Should we put like the
Is there a certain depth that they need to plant their seeds?
Quarter of an inch. Just put it under the soil.
under
Quarter of an inch. Quarter of this one.
Yeah.
1 centimeter.
So when you're done, tell me not to come around. I have water to give everyone.
no first and second.
There we go.
That we're planting together.
36.
Solid. Now decorate your pot so you know it's yours.
Is that good?
You tell us. We'll get some drainage holes in later. Sounds good. Okay. That's why you don't.
Yeah, I mean,
Your oldest? Chill. Wow.
Hey, do y'all need water?
yeah.
Don't water the plant. Kill it.
Oh, wow.
And we also have some questions, like to kind of just discuss as a group. Well, has anyone here ever been involved in something like similar to this project? All right. What do you guys have anything like super unique about your projects that you did, or?
I was like 3 years old. That's pretty young.
No?
Or maybe people have tips about their
Sing to your plants.
How do you think the plant grows?
Just sing to a plant.
Okay, what plants would you like to see us grow? Are there any plants specific that you'd like to be growing in our school?
Tomatoes. Tomatoes.
Watermelon?
We should have roses. We should have roses.
Yeah.
Yeah, kidding.
Yeah.
So obviously some plants cannot grow in winter. Most plants cannot. So how do you think that's gonna, like, how are we gonna do
Well,
seasonal?
I think what we'd first do is try to find plants that can grow in, because I know that there are some plants that kind of can grow in all year round. So planting those plants first would be nice, because then we wouldn't really have to worry about that problem. But then we'd have now we'd start growing plants that can survive in the summer, and we would take care of those, and then by the time winter hits, then we'd start replanting and putting plants that grow in the winter, and then we'd grow those and do that cycle. Any other questions? Comments? Yes.
How many plants do you think you'll be able to plant in the greenhouse?
Well, this is about the space of inside the greenhouse, but we're kind of planning to add on to it. so we can have a lot of plants in there. And so I'm not exactly sure the exact amount of plants that we'd be able to grow, but I think we have a pretty decent amount. Yeah?
How are you going to keep the water cycling up?
Well, like I said, we will have K to 12 be able to use this garden. So we'll have like the gardeners around the school help us, but we'll also have students help us. So when classes go to visit this, they can help us water the plants and they can help us take care of it. Yeah.
So in the presentation you mentioned like one can just go and use the greenhouse. By use, do you just mean like take care of it, or take care of the plants? Or?
Well, yeah, and also like if you're learning about, say, like the environment in your class or in your science class, then you can go to this greenhouse and like see it like in real life. But we'd have like we probably have like sign up, so it's not like everyone goes because then we might eventually get like way too many people there at the same time. But yeah.
How do you intend to spread the word across K through 12?
Well, we'll send it to teachers, and the teachers can tell their students. We'll probably put posters.
Yeah.
What if you have a huge response to all of those announcements and stuff as well? What would you do with the overflow of volunteers?
Well, like we said, we have like a sign-up sheet, so at certain hours someone could come visit.
Yeah, but we'd be quite happy if we had
Yeah.
an overflow of responses. Any other questions? Yeah.
In the instance that you guys say do tomatoes and other herbs that are consumable, would you guys do something at the end of the harvest season with those vegetables and such?
Yeah, actually, like we said in the presentation, if we're growing like tomatoes and lettuce and food, we would donate them to either our school cafeteria or to homeless shelters, so people who don't have a lot of food can get food. Anything else?
Can we maybe look at getting some recommendations from people that are here that have
Yeah,
school
yeah.
gardens? Maybe on the board, people could just go chat and you guys could they could write up
Should
on the
I
board
just
or
write
something?
down like ideas different people have?
Sure, yeah, or let them go up and, let them go
Okay,
up and
yeah.
write it, yeah.
So if you guys have any ideas about gardening, if you've had experiences, if you have ideas, if you have anything like that, then you can actually, you can come up here and write them for us. Or if not, I can write it down for you.
Also, Miss Bradham is here and she runs the gardening club in the high school, so you could probably get some good tips from her.
We're already gonna be working with you guys. That's done deal.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Maybe you should actually start teaching the young kids, like elementary and pre-K, like how to use a garden, because most kids through middle school, high school already kind of know, but if you start teaching them from a younger age, they'll get more into it.
Yeah, that was one of our ideas.
If you have, like, are you gonna let the students actually, like, water the plants and stuff?
Yeah.
Then you should have a system to see which plants are already watered and which plants
Yeah,
aren't.
that's why we're gonna have like sheets put up and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is just a logistical question. There's already the organic garden in the back. How would you guys propose shifting the crops and things that are back there in the organic garden to the greenhouse? And this might be,
Keep that there.
yeah.
And we're gonna get a bigger area for more gardening. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Keep it. Yeah, no, we're not gonna reduce, we're gonna increase. There's already a proposed area after the carbon team's recommendations that are gonna help. Get Big Sis in there to help you out. Good job.
Right. So, yeah.
A suggestion for the board, you could also maybe have a feast at the end of the gardening period, and that would definitely bring the community and the students who helped out in the garden, and also kind of create that relationship between the K through 12 students.
Oh, yeah.
We could have a spring festival. A spring festival
Any other ideas? Questions? Anything? Yeah.
If you're donating,
some of the vegetables to different organizations? Or maybe,
Yeah.
maybe you can also have the kids that are part of those organizations come and learn about gardening at the greenhouse as well.
That is a good idea.
And they can partake in the feast as well.
Yeah. So that would be really fun, and especially if we do it with some of them. Some of them may have never been out of the orphanage or something like that. That'd be also a really nice experience for them.
I have a question about water. Do you collect rainwater? Do you have barrels?
Well, actually, we don't. We have. This is like a new project. We're gonna have the greenhouse like completely done in 2015, and so at the moment we don't have anything like that.
The answer to that is yes, we do, and the school has actually, just gotten last year, donations, or purchased actually,
Oh yeah, we're going to.
huge rain barrels that will be
So we
going
do.
towards it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
They're not.
Sorry, we didn't give them all the logistics of it, so, yeah.
And when we had, or my husband had a greenhouse at his high school, and they had like big barrels in the greenhouse so that you would always have water.
That's a good idea.
And that's a question regarding those buckets. How would you reduce the mosquito population around those? Like I know.
Well, they did that in New Mexico, and also, I mean, if you cover the water, you just cover your water source.
Yeah, we have to be really careful because this is a dengue zone.
Right, yeah.
So, I was just saying that we have to make sure that our water collection isn't stagnant and doesn't allow it. So we'll work on all of that. Yeah, maybe get some solar power pumps to keep the water moving. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be super.
Yeah.
Anything else? Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just have a suggestion for when you plant outside, is to use shade cloths. Lots of people forget about that, and then plants.
So shade cloths. Shade cloths.
So that they're not directly in the sun.
The sun is really great.
Too
much sun.
Oh, how is this project different than the one that you did in Costa Rica? And what did you learn from the one that you did in Costa Rica that you're bringing here?
Well, this project's different from the one in Costa Rica because in Costa Rica, what it was it was an open garden, and also it was semi-limited to only my grade. And well, this is this will be a bigger garden. It's covered. It's the actual greenhouse, not just a garden. And this would be open to everyone, not just limited.
What did you learn from that?
And I learned actually a lot. I learned about why planting is so important for our world, and like how plants, they give off oxygen and they give us food, and they're such an amazing resource. And I learned about how hard it was, how much teamwork and how much time, but how it's all worth it. And I learned how to plant, which was which was good. Yeah. Anything else?
I have a question. Yeah. So was it just luck that Francisco happened to be doing that for his extended essay, or were you kind of already, or did he? Yeah. How did that come?
That
about?
was actually just luck.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it was, no, we were really happy. What we were planning to do originally was just start from scratch, which would have taken a lot longer. But when I realized he had it, I emailed him and I asked him if he could use it because I was told that he was going to donate to the school anyway when he was done with it. So I emailed him and I asked him if he could, if we could use it. And so yeah, he had a positive response on that, and it was very good for us. We were really happy, and we're really thankful that he did that. Yeah. I actually, so another question that I had was if anyone knew of anything that would, like, problems that might happen. Like if anyone has any ideas yet of problems that we'd have to face and overcome. Yeah.
There are these beautiful things called possums that are endangered in Argentina, so we cannot kill them. And we have this beautiful eco area right next to where our greenhouse is going to be. So just maintaining a balance between the animals that naturally exist to figure out really green ways to discourage outside influences into your greenhouse.
Okay. I know that you guys are planning on building off of the greenhouse that's there now, but I wanted to let you know that you'll definitely need to improve on the infrastructure of it, because with the winds that have been happening recently, it really blows through there, so you have to make sure that you have a way to.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Francisco about that, and he also told me with the amount of rain we have been having, that the plastic hasn't really been able to hold it up too well, and that some of the areas have flooded, and so we'd have to fix that problem. We'd have to either get stronger plastic, not put too many holes, or somehow have it be covered by glass instead of plastic. And that would take a lot of glass.
You know the plastic that looks like glass? Yeah. Instead of like sheets of plastic.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, we should collect your pots if you're done with them, and they will be placed in the garden.
Yeah, you guys have actually helped us start our greenhouse. Thank you very much for that. This will be the first plants that we put in our greenhouse. And we actually have another question for you guys, which is what have you learned from our presentation? Like, what has come out of it for you? And for people who are either go to Lincoln or don't, what do you think you're going to bring back to your own school? Anyone? Yes.
So I learned about, the realization how important it is to have a greenhouse because of the awareness that it brings up in the school. So I think that's definitely really important. And when I go to Lincoln, however, I will definitely be visiting the greenhouse once it's up and running, and I will be planting seeds.
What your plan and what you're gonna grow in the greenhouse and what you're gonna do with your products.
I learned that there was a greenhouse. I had no idea.
Is it right here?
I said, I think they're gonna be building it. So I think that's really exciting, but I also think it's important, once, or even now, to start spreading the word, because I think a lot of people probably have no idea. So just to get momentum and get people excited about the project, and I think it's awesome. I'm really
Yeah, with the same, we have social media to spread the word everywhere.
far and wide.
Yeah.
I learned that you're gonna have your greenhouse open to people that go to the school and maybe people that are coming by to go visit your greenhouse and plant some seeds.
Anything else? Yes.
I learned that there's an organic garden in the school.
And if,
No, go ahead.
oh no, you go.
I learned that it's going to be a real collaborative effort across all of the schools, and it's going to require everybody to really pitch in and focus on the goal of promoting awareness about the garden, about constructing the garden, and then managing what's happening as far as volunteers.
I learned that tomatoes are self-pollinating. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I learned that that there's possums that are endangered.
Anything else? And also for everyone who goes to Lincoln here, you guys can help us a lot. And now attention and really help us with this. So,
Question? Can you guys maybe start a Twitter something or other about the garden?
Yeah.
That way we can follow and then add tips as we go.
Updates and
Yeah.
picture
Blogs.
blogs.
Oh, blog.
Yeah, so, yeah. So maybe a blog, that would be a great recommendation that we need to have on your board up there. So a garden blog to get going. Yeah.
We can.
No.
Oh, I was thinking all the
No, you guys can tweet while you're here, but we don't use it as a social media site. So a blog is gonna be maybe something for K to 12.
Isn't there a
You
school
can
Twitter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Eighth grade. Kindergarten grade can access as well. A blog more than.
Or you can put messages out like in the bulletin or something like that.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any good names for the garden?
Brainstorm some names for the garden.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I have another suggestion. I know that the greenhouse has a history of flying away during storms. So you might need some like sandbags or something to keep it down.
Yeah, or like I said, if we do glass, then I don't think.
Well, yeah, you're gonna need to keep it on the ground. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, if you guys have any like ideas for like names and stuff, because we kind of need like a school name for a greenhouse. Greenhouse no more.
Green machine.
I like it.
No. The green. That's a good number 8. I like it. Like 4.
Maybe we need something in Spanish and English, maybe, because we could label like a lot of our plants in Spanish and English.
Yeah.
Really kind of take it a step further that way. So yeah, still brainstorm. Spanish, English, like wordplay for the garden, and then we could label everything in Spanish and English.
I see some possum.
Comadreja.
Comadreja.
Oh.
Comadreja.
Malveja.
Comadreja.
That's a lot.
Oh.
Malveja, beware.
Beware.
Flags or something. I thought they were flags.
There's always a house. Yeah. We have like before.
We actually have a survey, which is the questions are kind of similar to what we've sort of been discussing as a group. But yeah, if you want to take it, yeah, I have it up here. So if you want to take it, you can.
Can they access it from their devices?
Yeah, they actually can. If you have a device here, you can access this pretty easily. Let me hear. Yeah, let me write the URL.
Good job, you guys!
I still have time, I think, right?
Yeah, we still have like 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa, we got dirty.
Okay, so say garden.
Right.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I can see where it's just.
My passport. Oh.
So the survey's up on the board.
The green heartbeat.
Oh, really?
I like it.
Are you gonna come? You're gonna watch Howard? Oh yeah, I see something.
Wait.